One of the best pieces of advice I can give you is just to start right now. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a creator, if you are trying to get something going on, an idea that you've had in your mind, then start doing it now. This is one of the things that if you don't get going, you'll waste time. And if you get going, there's so many benefits to just starting it instead of waiting till all the perfect conditions happen. Number one, the perfect conditions are going to come at their own time. You don't know when those are going to happen, when everything's going to come together. There are certain forces outside of your control. So you're not in complete control of that, but you are in control of starting. Starting and doing the whole thing are two different things. When you start, the thing is going to come together on its own, right? God is going to make the elements that need to come together happen, and you're ultimately not in control of that. But you are in control of starting. When you start, God may have you, for instance, just reading about the subject or just studying into it for the first day, right? And then you start. And so you are going to naturally take on what is needed. Once you make the decision, you're gonna do it. And if you're confused about which decision to make right now, maybe you're having an existential crisis or you're just not sure of which path to take, then look around with what you already have. Look and see what the environment is and what God has given to you already. And if you start even with that, then it leaves more room for possibilities to open up because there's already momentum going. When you're in momentum, when you're using what you have, when you're doing things that you know how to do, when you're doing things that are there to serve and not to get, then you're putting the forces into motion that are going to be reciprocal. And so trust in your giving, trust in the motion that's going to happen when you start. When I first started teaching Kung Fu, I didn't get paid for the first 2 years I taught. And it was almost like this trial period that I went through to for the universe to check on me and for everyone else to be checking on me, instructor checking on me. So this, in a sense, is part of it, is just going and doing it. And you may or may not have anyone checking on you. You may be perfectly by yourself. That's fine too. But you still want to start. You want to start doing the thing. And if you do the thing and you start it, what you'll find most likely is that you'll see things to fix right away. When I got into video creation, I would do something and I would make a video and then I'd look at it and I'd see problems right off the bat. And I still do that today. I'll shoot and probably only post about 50% of the videos that I shoot. And so there's always things to correct. But you would never know this if you didn't start. And most people think they have to get everything just set up perfectly or they can't do any action. But that ultimately is an excuse because you can't even gain in the starting if you don't start. So like you would never know these things that had you not started, you'd stay even stuck even before you started. And so there's this mountain to climb. And on the mountain, there are rocks to overcome. There are things you may need to jump over. You may need to wade through forests. You may be able to enjoy an awesome outlook over the mountain sometimes, right? Which is beautiful. But then you're back up, you're going up the mountain some more. So the only way though is to get on the path because you don't know what lies ahead. And the other advantage of just starting is that if you do start and you start going up that mountain, and you realize you just have no interest in it. This happens. Usually it happens early on. You'll go in, you'll start a venture, and it's just so much that you didn't see before, and there's so much just resistance that the universe is giving you more than other paths, and you just make the decision that it's not the path for you. So that does happen as well, and you have to recognize that when it happens. But had you not started, you may still be wondering about it, if that's really the right path. So starting actually helps you cross off paths so the real path can reveal itself. So it's very important to start. This block can hold a person into living in a dream state. And one of the things that I stopped doing as soon as I became an adult is stop playing video games. And there are a couple of video games that I do enjoy. Like if I do play them once every blue moon, I'm really into strategy games. I like war strategy. But aside from that, the point is because video games are a false use of your time. And a better use is just to start something and be going with it. And if you start it and it sucks, maybe it is video, for instance. You start editing a video and it sucks, or maybe it turns out good, but you notice little things. Those little things are the value. The things, the resistance, the things that do suck, that is the value that you gain from action. You realize what sucks. You realize, okay, I need to improve that. And as you do that, you get better and better and better. And you would never know that had you not started. Now, I could go on with more examples. For instance, I usually compare things to martial arts, and it absolutely fits in with martial arts. If you don't know your vulnerabilities, if you don't know your power, your lack of cardio, for instance, you've never been pushed, then you wouldn't know. Had you not stepped in there, you wouldn't know. And so that's important. So I can't tell you, again, I could go on and on, but whatever it is, start doing it. If it's writing, start. Maybe it's just writing about what you want to do so you can start visualizing it more. But start on the path. Start doing something, some action that moves you in that direction. Because when you do that, you'll start gaining more and more momentum, and you'll feel yourself release all this energy. The energy is stored as potential energy. And if you just think about it all the time, it won't be released. And then over time, it kind of holds you in suspension. And so don't do that. Release the energy, go into action, make a move towards that goal, and you will feel so much better. Okay, y'all, that's the lecture on just starting. For more on this, I do have a whole playlist on success mastery, and we go into concepts of self-discipline. There are loads of videos on there, and then we also do personal coaching as well. Okay, I'll see you next time.